Hi everybody, I'm very happy that you're watching this video today. I would like to answer one question today, which is the optimization score important or no? So I hope Google will not be angry with me for what I'm going to say, but the conclusion in reality is that it's not that much important, and most of the time when you start to have an optimization score which is very low, you start to receive some emails or calls from account managers from Google that just want you to optimize all these optimization score. So on my point of view, I don't think that it's very important, and most of the recommendations that we can see in these accounts uh, are not very important, and most of the time will bring you bad results. Okay, so not all of them, but the big part of all these recommendations. So I will explain a bit better, uh, going to starting from, you can see that I try to keep updated all the accounts that I have, but it's not that much important. Okay, so agencies or account managers from Google that say, you need to optimize it, because it's not at all, for sure. Why? Example, you're managing campaigns where your ad groups and your keywords are in phrase match and exact match. Okay, and you always have this recommendation of upgrade your existing keyword to broad match. So I don't recommend to do that, because basically if the algorithm is working already on your phrase and exact match, and you start to add broad match there with a lot of different keywords, all the juice of the budget of this campaign will go in the broad. So, and you will kind of restart. So for sure it will not work. So my recommendation in this case is just to say that no, but you can take part of your budget to start to work on the broad match slowly, and working on your negative keyword list, because you're going to have a lot of keywords um, that will go in the negative list. Raise your budget. It's another one. No, I don't recommend it. Why? Because imagine you have, for example, you're spending $20 or 20 euros per day, and Google said, okay, you need to spend 40 or 50. If you do that and you increase your budget this way, it will not work. The only you're gonna receive the only you're gonna have is a higher CPC, a higher cost per conversion. But you need to think that when you want to scale campaigns, you need to do it slowly. Okay, step by step, like 5%, 10% of the budget, and every week, because you need to let time to the algorithm to work on your campaign. So I don't recommend at all to do it this way. So you need to think that your campaign have a reason. So imagine you spend $200 per day, okay, but you can't just double the budget and think that you're going to get better results like that. It doesn't work like that. You need to add like a 10% every week, 15% every week, but not the double. Um, so this one now, I don't recommend it. Okay, you just need to check your KPIs, your results, your conversion rate, the percentage, the CPA, the ROAS, also the return on ad spend, etc. You need to check all your metric, and doing like little adjustments like that. Improve your responsive search ads. Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. Why? Because sometimes in responsive ads you're missing maybe some titles. In this case, Google is right, because you need maybe to try to find other way to show your titles to the users and try to reach maybe other customers. Okay, so in this case, what I recommend also, it's like if your current ad is working fine, why you don't just copy paste a new one and you do a test with the new one with new titles. Okay, instead of like feeling like mandatory that you need to add like all the details of the 15 details that go in a responsive ad. So I don't recommend it. I prefer to copy paste the ads in the same group, okay, and see the results after 1 week, 2 weeks. Um, okay, so target eligible shopping, all eligible shopping products. No, okay, it depends. Okay, you can, if all your products are very similar, maybe. Okay, you can target all with the budget, enough budget to cover all the needs in impression and click of this group. Okay, but sometimes you need to separate it because some products will work perfectly in smart shopping, but other no, or other will be with a very low click share or impression share. So you need to take them and create another smart shopping and separate it. But speaking about like Google Shopping, it's very important that you understand that most of the work should be done in Google Merchant Center, checking the GTN, EAN, the UPC of your products, colors, all the attributes, titles, long titles, short titles, etc. You need to work on that. In reality, the big part of the work is there. Okay, and after you add it in your smart shopping and you see which product have a good click share and if they are converting. So this one you keep them, and you can also separate them by ROAS. For example, if you have some products at 300% of ROAS at 3 and other at 12, maybe you can separate them. You separate them in different campaigns, and like that you keep this one that you know that have a ROAS of 12 most of the time, and the other one with 300 in another group. Okay, there is different ways to separate it. So the answer of target all eligible shopping products should be done, not all the time. So I don't really like this recommendation like that. Okay, you need to understand more from all related to KPIs and metrics and results to take this kind of decision. So if you start with Google Shopping, I don't recommend it. And if you have 4,000 products and $20 of budget, it doesn't make sense at all. So let's continue. Set a target CPA to capture upcoming traffic increase. Yes and no. In the case you have enough data and a lot of days of conversions and enough conversions, it will work better. So usually I see like campaigns working better when there is like a big story behind, and you can play with that. So yes, but when you have a lot of data, so you need to be patient, because if you think that after 1 week or 2 weeks you need to change to set a target CPA, this is a mistake, because you're going to change the way the algorithm is working right now, and I don't think it's a good idea. So you need to have like more conversion. I think the recommendation of Google is to have 15 conversions in 45 days, but I don't think it's enough. You need to have much more to make it work correctly. So so this one you need to be patient also. You need a lot of data. Add new keywords. Phew, this one I almost never use it, but sometimes some keywords are relevant and it gives you like a kind of new idea to add keywords. So you need to check it. But if you are a beginner and you just start, don't do that. Don't touch it, because what you're going to do is, if you add too much keywords in your groups, all the juice of the budget will be shared between all the keywords. So you will lose position and you will lose maybe conversions on the keywords that was working. So be careful with that. Okay, maybe you can create another campaign with this keyword and doing a test. I prefer to do like that, sincerely. Um, Raise your budget for upcoming traffic increase. Either. For me, this is the same like raise your budget or raise your budget for upcoming traffic increase. If it's working for you and you are already with a good position, everything, if you start to increase too much the budget, Google, there is some days that will start to spend for nothing. Okay, and you will have a CPA or ROAS that will be ROAS very low and CPA very high, and the CPC will increase. You can do it, but slowly, like very slowly, 5%, 10% more, and you test it. I don't recommend also to try to change the bids. In most of groups, keywords, etc., you got bid adjustment at level of audiences. Also, you can do that. Yes, you can do it, but 2%, 3, 5, but no more than that, because it doesn't make sense. If you do that, you're gonna basically say to the algorithm that to do something that it is completely new, so everything it will not work, or it will not change nothing. You can sometimes you can add like 70% more of CPC, and nothing is changing. Why? Because it doesn't make sense. Okay, the idea is not to increase the CPC too much. If you have to do that, something is wrong in your strategy. And you need to do other type of changes. Upload customer match list. This one is a good one. But this one is available when, if I'm not wrong, you have more than 90 days of campaigns running. And if you have spent more than $50,000 in total. So when you start to have this one, this is very good because you can create like very customized audiences, and it works very well in all accounts. Use display expansion. This one never do it. Never. You can't mix a search campaign with other networks. Okay? So it's not a good idea. You can't mix both. The CPC is not the same, the format is not the same, place is not the same. You want to work on display? Well, just create another campaign of display, a smart one, a standard one, and for remarketing or what you want, but always separately. Okay, don't use it. And for the search partner, this is the same story. Okay, search partner in some accounts are working, but in most of the accounts it's not working. So you can do a test if you want for 1 month or a couple of months, but when you see that there is no sales over there, nothing, you're spending for nothing, you just pause it from your settings in the search campaigns. Set up a Google Analytics for property. Of course, do it. Connect it. This is very good. Okay, Google Analytics 4 is, on my point of view, still in beta because there is missing a lot of menus and settings that we need on daily basis to manage correctly, like audiences and everything. But they are improving the tool, and I'm sure that in a couple of years or 1 year, a couple of years, it will be much better. Set up enhance conversions. Why not? I did it in some accounts, it works. In other no. I think here it's you need to try it. Okay, this is not bad. This is a good point. Adjust your budget. This one is the same that other one that we see regarding budget. Bid more efficiently with maximized conversion. Be careful with this one. Okay, because when you click on that one, you're changing totally the way the algorithm gonna manage your campaign, and usually it doesn't work directly like that with a lot of conversions. Okay, I prefer to start with, for example, maximize click. Okay, and try to maximize click if I don't want to spend too much and try to find the lower CPC and the best keyword. But most of the time I start with target impression share. Target impression share will basically use all the keywords. Okay, you need enough budget, of course, and you say, okay, I want all these keywords to be at 80% of the time at the top of the Google search results. Okay, you can choose that, or at the top. Usually I use just the top, not the absolute top. And 80, 85%, 70%. So you don't need to go like I want to be at 100%, but it will not work. You will spend a lot of money for nothing. Okay, just try a 70, 80, it's fine. So this is with impression, target impression share. Okay, so and there is maximize click. So maximize click, you have 20 keywords, and Google will find the one that spend less in terms of CPC, and will just put all the budget in this one. Okay, so you will lose part there, but if almost all keywords are with the same CPC, it should be fine and balance it. Okay, so this one, no, yes, you start to use it when you really have like more data, and when you start really to have conversions, a lot of conversions, and when you have a lot of conversions, you can start to use maximize conversions. And after sometimes you can change to maximize conversion with target CPA. But I'm speaking not about days, I'm speaking about months. So you need to let time. After, if you spend like the first month, $50,000, okay, maybe you can go quicker because you need to adjust after to try to spend less. But I don't think it's a good idea. Refresh your customer match list. It's a good one, very good one. Expand your reach with Google Search Partner. I spoke about that just before. So yes and no, you need to try it when you start your campaigns. But if you see there is no conversion, just take it off. After this type of strategy is not spending too much and you have impressions and almost no clicks, why? It's a kind of branding indirectly. So you can let it if it's not spending too much. Create dynamic search ads. Okay, you can create it in the same campaign mixed with all the other groups. So you can do it, and I think it's maybe better to try to do that in a new campaign with new ad groups, and you add this one there. Why? Because the dynamic search ad is working a way that if you assign a budget to your campaign and you have different groups, when you can start to add the dynamic search ads, you don't know what's gonna happen basically, because the campaign strategy is based on URL, on categories, on rules and keywords, and sometimes it can just like take all the juice and starting to spend all your budget, so the other groups will miss some budget and you will lose conversion there. So our dynamic search ads working good or not? Yes, sometimes they're working better than the search one. The algorithm is working very good, but I really recommend that you do it in another campaign, separate it, not in the same one. So this recommendation is a good one. You need to try it, but you need also to understand how it works and how to build it, and which URL you can add there, which category, etc. Set a target CPA. This one, you have to be careful. Why? Because if you start to maximize conversion and after 3 days they said, okay, set a target CPA, you can have a problem here, because if you make a mistake your CPC can just decrease and you will not have no impressions behind coming. And if it's too high, your CPC gonna explode. So Google give you sometimes the right CPC think that will work, but if you don't have enough conversions, the algorithm can't work correctly. So if you have 10 conversions a day and during 2 months, yes, but if you have one conversion every 3 days, don't do that. I don't think it's a good idea. I will touch more the budget and other things before to start to set a target CPA there. Okay. This one, yes, of course, fix your global site tag issue. You have to do that. Very important. And I was. Customer match, better positioning, previous. How do we show it? Where I went. Okay, yeah. Set up new customer acquisition goal. If you have recurrent customers, yes. Otherwise, no. I mean, if it's like they purchase and buy, don't use it. Don't do that. If you have like recurrent customers, I think it's fine because Google will try to add like more CPC or better position when these users will come back or search. So I think it's fine. Add lead form extensions for, I don't like this one. Leads form, I'm sorry, but I have, I think from all the accounts, one customer with that doing a test. And I say, okay, if you want to do the test, let's do the test. I tried it in the past and no, it's not a good plan. You imagine like they don't see your website and nothing and they need to, from the proper ad, to enter directly in a form and fill customer data. Really? Somebody will do that? So I try it, it doesn't work. After maybe I'm wrong and there is a type of industry where it's working. You can try, but when you think about it, it's like it's a bit strange, no? Update your conversion tracking, of course. Improve your responsive display ads. Yes, it's a good one. Add audience segment for reporting. Yes, this one is a very good one. Usually, in reality, most of the people that, or I saw like other people managing accounts, and I see that they didn't add like a lot of audiences in observation to see what happened. You should do that. Just add the maximum audiences you can when you don't know what's gonna work, and like that, after 1 month or 2 months, you will see which one is converting which one, and you can choose. If you don't add it, you don't have data. You don't know. So that's better to add a lot of audiences, the maximum, and see what happens. And after you've got the data, you can say, okay, now instead of observation, I'm going to target them. And you will improve your results. Remove redundant keywords. Yes, of course. Try always when you use phrase match, avoid to use like you can this like the same keyword with the S, the same keyword with an accent, the same keywords in one side and the other side, because you're just sharing the budget between all these keywords instead to put like more importance to one keyword that will do the work for the other one. Okay, so less keyword in the group. For me, 10, it's a lot of keywords, and 20, it's the maximum. Add image extension. Yes, this one is a good one. Very good one. You got a picture just near the ad in the search result. It's fantastic. Add structure snippet to your ads. Yes, this is a very good one. Add responsive search ads. Yes, because basically on 22 of June, we will not be able to add more text, expansion text, expanded text ads. So yes, we have to use it. You know that you can use, there is a way in the title, just at right side of each title, to pin and say, okay, I want this title to be in the first position, this one to be in the second, in the third, and you can play with that. So basically, you can create an expanded text ad inside a responsive ad. So this is the same. Set a target ROAS. No, if you don't have enough conversions and revenue, it's not a good idea. If we are speaking that you have 1 or 2 conversions per day, even in 1 month, this is not a good idea. I think you need, basically, when you start to set a target ROAS, you're changing all the way Google see your campaign. So you start like not from scratch, but this is a new start. So you need to avoid to set any target ROAS at the beginning. You let your campaign running, try to adjust your budget, okay, to be aligned with what you have in the product. And as I said before, there is much more work to do in the Google Merchant Center and the products to adapt them or to separate campaign before to start to think, okay, I'm going to set like 800 of percent of ROAS. This is not a good plan. Let's continue. I hope it's fine for you, and like that you can maybe just point and say, okay, this one, yeah, this one, no, you're going to remember what I said. Okay, be careful when you need to change in the strategy in general, add a target CPA, change to maximize click to maximize conversion, set a target ROAS. Okay, be careful with that because you can get a big problem. I would prefer to create an experiment, okay, a test, okay, with a draft that will work for 1 month, and after I can choose and say, okay, yes, I want to change for that because I see in my draft that it's working, in my experiment that it's working better, but not directly in the campaign. If the campaign is working, be careful with that. Don't add, don't change your strategy from one day to the other one. This is not a good plan. Anytime you do that, you just restart in certain way, not from scratch, but almost, because the algorithm need to readapt all your campaign. So now, experiment, separate it, okay, draft. Add callouts to your ads. Yes, this one is good. Set the target ROAS to capture upcoming traffic increase. No, I just, okay, for me, this is the same story. Add site links. Yes, of course, because you got your ads. When you add site links, it's taking more places in the search result. Instead to have this one, you have like a big place in the screen. So yes, of course. Add price extension to your ads. Price extensions, yes, of course, the same as site links. Okay, when you have the opportunity to do that, just do that. I think it's good because you're taking more place in the search result when you are first. Add dynamic image extensions. I had bad surprise and good surprise because if Google don't choose the right pictures, you can be in okay, it will not be like, you will not be showing a good picture for a specific text ads. It will not fit. So be careful with that. Okay, you can use it, yes and no. Um, Fix disapproved product in your shopping campaign. Yes, of course. Yes, do it. Do it before you start the campaign, basically. Try to resolve all your problem in issues with products and to make them, to have all the attributes and everything to work, to make sure that it will work better, and make sure that Google will recognize what you are selling. Remove conflicting negative keywords. If I add a negative keyword, well, even if it's I see really that the keyword was wrong and I need to take it off, no, because I make a mistake and I add it, but most of the time, no. I don't know. I'll give you an example. I don't want to see my ad when somebody search for computers in Amazon, for example. Okay, so all the time I will receive this recommendation that say, "Oh, remove conflicting negative keywords regarding to computers of Amazon." No, I don't want. I don't want to show my ads for this keyword. I know there is a lot of search, but it's not my business. Bid more efficiently with maximized conversion. I say, be careful with that, with changing the strategy. Add call extensions to your ads. If you want to receive calls, yes. Otherwise, no. Set up conversion tracking. Yes, of course, this is the basic of Google. No conversion, don't start your campaigns if there is no conversions set correctly. Okay, when I'm speaking about conversion, I'm speaking about purchases, form sent. I'm speaking about click on the phone number in the website, click on an email on the website, the text, and click on the chat. So one click on the chat, download a catalog. Okay, there's many ways, many conversions that are very high, like very high quality conversions. Can I say that? Or qualified conversions, qualified leads. Bid more efficiently with maximized click. The same, you need to understand how it works if you want to do this type of changes. If you just start with Google Ads, I think you try to ask someone that manage campaigns and that will tell you, yes, okay, you can do that or you can't do that. Okay, or you just do, for example, I propose like audit of accounts. I'm doing 3 or 4 audits of accounts every week, and I see it's almost the same thing always. Wrong strategy, wrong keywords, too much keywords in groups, no conversion tracking done correctly, the ads are not the good one, there is no audiences, no schedule. So it's almost coming all the time. So if you can catch someone that know, it will be better. Okay. Now, the best trick, monster. Um, Move unused budget. Yeah, why not? You know that you can share budget. There is a share library. I mean, if you have, for example, $500 to split between different campaigns, you can share this budget between all the campaigns, and Google will choose where you want to spend the budget, and will, of course, spend the budget where there is usually like more conversions. You know, it's a good way. Think about it, and if it can be something that can be good for you, well, check it. Search in YouTube like shared library or share budget Google Ads. You're gonna see it. Very interesting. Maybe I will do a video for that in the future. So in keyword, a bit more efficient with maximized conversion value, or a bit more efficient with maximized conversion value. Same story. Change your strategy. A lot of data, yes. Not a lot of data. No, don't do that. Be careful. Use optimized targeting. Yes, this is the good one. Remove non-serving keywords. Yes, this one is good. You need to keep only the keywords that are generating impressions, not the other one. Okay. But if you have like 2000 keywords in the same group, of course, there is some keywords that will not never work. So maybe they are good keywords and you will post them and remove them, when in reality, if you add them in a new group with good ads, like and a good landing page behind, and maybe it will work. Okay, so there is a structure. Basically what I'm saying, it's there is a structure when you create a campaign that you need to respect. Okay, you need to think about how you're going to build everything before, because when it's done and it starts, after, don't touch it. You don't have to touch it. You can add, of course, some negative keywords that you see that are coming, but usually you need to wait to see if it's working or not. So with my customers, for example, I spend a lot of time at the beginning think about what I'm gonna do. I build it, and after I let it. And sometimes they come back after 3 days, and they say, "Hey, what you are doing? What's up? Give me an update." No, at the moment there is no update. I'm just checking that everything is running correctly. And after 1 week, then we can start to speculate about where we go. After 2 weeks, yes, okay, it start to be, and so most of the time, after 3 weeks to 1 month, we can have an idea, better idea, or where we should go and where we should like delete keywords or where delete keywords, no, but pause keywords and making changes. Um, Reach new audience segment, yes, this is a good one. Adjust your CPA target, $2 up, $2 down, but be careful. Same story. If you change your target CPA and instead of 25, you say, okay, I'm going to increase it to 40 because there is no impression, and poof, it's going to be a disaster. And the same, the reverse. Ad groups with no keywords. Yes, but there is no keywords in an ad group. Okay, they just check the ad group and see if in reality it's because you pause it, or just pause the group if there is no keyword inside, and you will not use it. Use optimized ad rotation. This is a good one. Okay, if it's not usually it's like that directly, but if it's not like that, try to fix it. It's in settings, in the settings of your campaign. Fix certification issue. We don't care. Ad group with no ads. Yes, of course, if you have keywords and there is no ads behind, you will need to add some keywords, some ads. Sorry. Create search term-based custom audience segment. Yeah, if you have they propose you that, it's a good input because it's very good to try to create like custom audiences segments. Okay, it's in tool and setting, you go in audiences manager, and you got like a second menu that set custom audience. You can create them. Just check it. You will see that's very interesting. You can do it by keywords, people with intention of purchase, with purchase intention. You can add like competitors URL when like users are going most of the time in another on the website of your competitors, so you can target them also. So this is a competition. So there is a lot of things that you can use in Google Ads to do the competition, to play it. Add asset to responsive search ads, yes. It's always recommended to add like more assets, not 1,000, but more assets, and you see if it's working better than the other ones. Add descriptions to your site link. Yeah, when you do site links, you need to always like not just to put add the text of description and the URL at the bottom because it's too long to write, so you don't write it. So just write it correctly. When you create like site links, do it correctly, like full all the lines. There is 4 to fill. Okay. Um, Same story. Bid more efficiently with target impression share. I will not recommend to nothing here because you need to know what you are doing basically. So change of strategies mean what I said before. Add responsive display ads. It depends where. If you want me to add the responsive display ads in a search campaign, first of all, I will not use display in a search campaign, so no. But if it's in the display campaign, yes. Expand your reach with Google Video Partners. Um, Depends which campaign I'm using. Okay, so this is not one which is coming a lot. Set up conversion value reporting. Yes, why not? Create a local campaign. I don't like local campaign. We are missing a lot of control with this one because there is no keywords inside. So with Google Maps, like picture Google Maps and just like that. I don't really like it, to be sincere. So I almost never use it. I did a try 1 month ago because one customer tell me, no, you need to create this one because I want this one. I said, okay, I will create this one. I did it and finally it doesn't work. So now we are not working more together. But this is not my mistake. I'm not guilty. I told him that if you want to take the decision and you want to because they think that it will work better, okay, I'm just sharing my experience and what I saw that work or not. So after, if you tell me, okay, create a local campaign, I do it. I do it and I try to manage it the best I can to get results. But I will not recommend to someone to create that. Okay, you can add the location extension in your search campaign and use you can use this one directly. Fix your ad destination. Of course, if it's the case, you need to do it because your ad will not, your campaign will not work if you don't do it. Add products to your shopping campaigns. No, it depends what you want to do with it. So I don't think Google is the good bot, good bot, good person to tell us if we have to add products or no. Okay, just make sure that all your products in your Google Merchant Center are available in your Google Ads campaign and are split correctly in the different strategy and campaigns that you are using. Bid more efficiently with enhanced CPC. Yeah, I saw some campaigns working fine with enhanced CPC. So you can do like a manual, take like manual CPC and click on enhanced CPC. So I will not say nothing here. I don't like manual CPC, but it's right that I saw a lot of campaigns working very good with when you click on enhanced CPC. But the point is that you don't control anymore the CPC. So it's not anymore manual because Google can increase from $2 to $9 the CPC if we think that it will convert. So maybe I don't like also manual CPC. I never start campaign like that. So if you really want, because you don't want to spend more than this CPC, okay, but this is a competition between other business. So if you just put like a barrier when you start and say I don't want to go more over, but someone will go and another one will go, another one will go, and at the end you're not doing nothing, and after 4 days you will see your column that say to be on the top bid position you need to increase your bid at like 5 centimes or 10 or $1 more. This is logic. Yeah. It's better to let Google manage this type of thing in real time. Switch to smart shopping campaign. No, no way. No. If your standard shopping campaign is working fine, if you do that and you start your smart shopping campaign in the same time, all the budget will be assigned to the smart campaign. It's written in Google articles, okay, in the Kiwi, okay, in the knowledge base. Nope, don't do that. If your standard shopping campaign is not working at all, after like many changes, you try new audiences and keywords, negative keyword list, and to split your product, changing titles of your products, adding a JETIN, EAN, and UPC, and you did everything and it's not working, you go for smart. Or the inverse. If you start with smart, you can't add the same product as standard shopping because they will not work. The smart shopping all the smart campaigns take the power and the ownership on top of the standard one in any type of campaign. So And the last one, include Firebase App Conversion action in account level goals. Yeah, if you have an app, well, this is my own experience. If you have an app, it's good to have like Firebase. Okay, it's a tool from Google that you can use to create like your conversions. There is a part of analytics also inside. You can create audiences also for your application. Okay, so and from this tool you can create your conversions. It's connected with GA4. Okay, so and after you will have in when you set your app for Android or iOS, you will find your conversion tracking already there, like installation. It will be the conversion of installation that will be there. So this is a good recommendation. So I hope you like this video. It was a bit long, but I think it's very important that in conclusion, you understand that you see that most of the recommendations that you see there are not relevant at all. Okay, you don't need to follow what Google said there. So sometimes yes, and sometimes no. Okay, but most of the time, no. And when someone from Google contacts you and say, okay, you need to add that and that in your for your optimization score, blah blah blah. No, I'm sorry, but no. Okay, there is. I'm not saying that they don't know what they are doing. They know what they are doing in Google, in the team of Google. I speak with them almost every week to share information or whatever, or to try to unlock a suspended account or things like that. But really, I don't recommend that you um, really just check that percentage as something like very important. It's not. There is a lot of agencies that are fighting with customer because the customer said, yeah, but my optimization score is at 60%. You are not doing nothing because we don't care about the optimization score. Okay, I do it because I want to see a good result because I like to see 88% over there with all the accounts that we manage here. But this is not important. Okay, you're really don't do that. You're going to make a mistake and you're going to start to spend too much money. Okay, I told you all the ones that are relevant. Just forget the other one. Okay, just dismiss all. Well, I hope you like it. If you like it, just click on subscribe. I will add like more videos. I hope it's interesting for you. And if you like it, just click on like. And I hope that if you have any questions, just let me a comment, and I will be happy to help. You need to know also that I propose like of course audit of accounts. I'm not working alone. We are a team behind working in many languages like German, French, Italian, Spanish, European language, and we cover of course like USA, Canada, Australia, and Pakistan. We have customers around the world. We are managing actually $3 million per year of budget. So if you need help, do not hesitate. This is a time I take to show you basically what I know because I want you to try to improve your results. And I'm happy that everybody is trying to do business with Google Ads. I think this is a very good tool. There is a lot of opportunities to have like good results. So just let me know if you need anything. Bye.